The Nayirah testimony. How a fabricated tale helped launch a war. In the autumn of 1990, as tensions escalated in the Persian Gulf, a 15-year-old Kuwaiti girl named Nayirah delivered a harrowing testimony before the U.S. Congressional Human Rights Caucus. Her account of Iraqi soldiers removing babies from incubators in a Kuwaiti hospital shocked the world and became a rallying cry for military intervention. But the story was a lie, carefully orchestrated by a public relations firm hired by the Kuwaiti government. This essay explores how a fabricated tale helped shape global policy, revealing the power of propaganda and the fragility of truth in wartime. On October 10, 1990, Nayirah testified that she had witnessed Iraqi soldiers storming into a Kuwaiti hospital, removing babies from incubators, and leaving them to die on the cold floor. Her voice trembled, her eyes welled with tears. The imagery was visceral and devastating. Her story was cited repeatedly by U.S. officials, including President George H.W. Bush, as justification for launching Operation Desert Storm. The incubator tale was mentioned in congressional debates, media coverage, and public speeches. It became the emotional centerpiece of the pro-war narrative. Months later, investigative journalists and human rights organizations began to question the authenticity of Nayirah's account. In 1992, journalist John R. MacArthur revealed in his book, Second Front, Censorship and Propaganda in the Gulf War that Nayirah was not a random eyewitness. She was the daughter of Saud Nasser al-Saud al-Sabah, Kuwait's ambassador to the United States. Further investigation showed that her testimony had been coached by Hill & Knowlton, a powerful PR firm hired by the Kuwaiti government. The firm received nearly $10 million to generate public support for U.S. intervention. The incubator story was one of 700 testimonies they helped craft as part of a campaign called Citizens for a Free Kuwait. Amnesty International initially supported the claim, but later retracted it, admitting that there was no credible evidence to support the story. The role of media and emotion. The success of the Nayirah testimony hinged on emotional manipulation. The image of helpless infants dying on the floor bypassed rational debate and triggered moral outrage. Media outlets broadcast the testimony without verifying its authenticity, and the public responded with horror and sympathy. This incident highlights how emotional narratives can override facts, especially in times of crisis. It also underscores the media's vulnerability to staged events and the ethical responsibility of journalists to verify sources. Manufactured consent and the cost of war. The concept of manufactured consent, coined by Noam Chomsky and Edward S. Herman, refers to the way governments and corporations manipulate public opinion to serve their interests. The Nayirah testimony is a textbook example. The Gulf War resulted in thousands of deaths, long-term regional instability, and a precedent for future interventions. While the war may have had strategic and geopolitical justifications, the incubator story played a disproportionate role in shaping public support, based not on truth, but on fiction. Lessons for the future. The Nayirah testimony serves as a cautionary tale about the power of propaganda and the importance of skepticism. In an age of viral media and deepfakes, the line between truth and fiction is increasingly blurred. Where stories are weaponized and facts are staged, we must become vigilant narrators of our own reality. Not all that moves us is true. Emotional impact is not evidence. Go beyond headlines. Ask who benefits from the story. Every testimony, every image, every quote, dissect it. Truth often hides in the margins. Question the source. Who is speaking? Who is paying? Who is silent? Propaganda thrives on passivity. Awareness is resistance. Let this story be more than a historical footnote. Let it be a mirror and a warning.